Camp head coach, Super Bowl winning head coach Sean McVay with me here. This is your 8th camp. When I say that, what even happens in your mind?
It feels sometimes like it, and then, with this group, Kay, it's a fun group to be around, and so I think there's been a lot of learning lessons over the previous 7 years, and I'm excited. I really like this group. It's a good blend of a lot of youth, some veterans that really lead the way, and so far so good. We've had some unfortunate injuries, but we're excited.
32-year-old veterans. I feel like the staple of your Rams teams have been the Von Millers, the Whitworths, the Weddle, that veteran presence. Who is that in this group?
Well, certainly Matthew Stafford and Cooper Kupp being here. Even Tyler Higbee not being out here kind of leads in his own way. Rob Havenstein. These guys have been here for all 7 years that I've been here, going into year 8 together. And then on defense, you look at it, you get a Tre'Davious White who's got a great way about himself. Kobe Turner is ready to ascend into a leadership role. Ernest Jones has a really good feel for what's going on, and I'm really excited about Quentin Lake and the leadership he provides.
You're such an easy interview because this has come so naturally to you. How?
I just study all the time. So, no, but you know what? In all seriousness, I'm excited about a lot of these guys, and I think there has been a pretty disciplined approach to find the kind of people that we really want. And when you get a chance to go into year 8 and you identify what are the things that have really worked out, what are the types of players, not only physically but also mentally, that really play the way that we want to, that's been a helpful thing, and hopefully we'll continue to identify that as we go.
You threw the ball a little less last year.
Yeah.
Is that going to continue this year? You want a more balanced thing? What are we looking at?
I thought we were at our best when we were balanced. Kyron Williams, when you look at when he played Kay and when he didn't, our offense was significant. Obviously, things go through number 9. It's great to be able to have his situation wrapped up. But I do think any great offense I've ever been a part of can run and throw the football. We obviously made a commitment to our offensive line, signing 2 guards. Steve is ready to move inside to the center position, and he's done a great job up to this point.
You have Stafford. It's being figured out, whatever. All the reports say, you guys started talking, trying to get to this place way back in March. But he showed up.
He did.
He showed up to voluntary stuff. He showed up when he had to. He showed up to the first day camp. If I'm him, Sean, I'm saying I'm milking this thing for at least a week. I'm an OG.
Well, I'm glad that you're not him then.
I don't want to do that. What does it mean to you? What does it say about him?
Well, I think he loves football, and he knows, Kay, how important it is for him to be here. I mean, there's such a belief that his teammates have in him, his coaches. He truly is an extension of the coaching staff, and he loves it. I mean, it's his 16th year, but this guy has a joy with the way that he plays. There is a business side element, but what I appreciated is there's a big picture understanding. Mm-hmm. We were able to get that figured out, and to do that where it doesn't take away from our preparation, it really means a lot, and I think it's a real credit to Matthew.
8th camp, what does 38-year-old Sean McVay say to the one that was leading his first camp in 2017?
Well, I think the good thing that you want to remind yourself of is, you got to take care of yourself to be the leader that you want. You were laughing about my sleep habits before here. But I have been more disciplined, even though my little guy has my sleep habits when I was younger. He's waking up, but his mom's doing a great job of being able to take care of that.
Shout out.
But it is, I'll tell you what, I realize when so much of your job is about interacting, having patience, being sharp here, getting 7 hours of sleep. Now, do I always do that? No, but I can say up to this point I've been a little bit more disciplined. Hopefully week 8 I'll be able to say the same thing.
Are you sleeping 7 hours a night a couple times a week?
Yeah, I am.
Really?
And I notice a difference because I don't really have the energy that I used to, but it's also all right, are you able to be the person that you want to be, to have the patience, to have the emotional control? And if you ask these things of your players, you better be demonstrating it. And when I reflect back on the 7 years, there was an accumulation of, man, sometimes I wouldn't want to be around me with the way that lack of sleep catches up to you. And hopefully we can maintain this.
And you've got little Jordan, 9 months old. What did Jordan Reed think when you told him you were naming your kid after him?
Well, you know what? I'll tell you what. Michael Jordan, as my wife loved the name, but the real truth is I've always been such a Michael Jordan fan. His middle name is John, after my grandpa, John McVay. And
Beautiful.
So I thought I would call him JJ, but we call him Jordan. And he's an alert little guy. He's happy, and it's a real credit to his mom. And the more that he looks like her, the better shape we'll be in.
And shout out to her for getting up with that beautiful 9-month-old Jordan. Do you feel that?
Feel what?
Do you feel the hole left with Aaron Donald gone? Are you feeling that?
Oh, you know what? I kind of knew this was coming, and you never what I try to do is say, what an amazing opportunity to work with him for 7 years. And I am excited about the guys that we've brought in here. Kobe Turner going into his 2nd year. You bring in a Braden
9
Fisk.
sacks. Is he that guy, though, to fill that hole?
I think he's really good. Now, to fill the hole, I think he's that guy to be a really good football player, to be a leader on this team, and to do it his way. I don't want anybody to try to be Aaron Donald. That's not fair to ask of anybody. But I think Kobe Turner's a really special player. I think Bobby Brown's ready to take the next step. I've been really pleased with Braden Fisk through the first couple days. I think we've got some guys on the edges that are ready to take those next steps. Byron Young, Jared Verse is a stud. And I'm excited to see how our defense comes together. It's not going to ever look the same as what 99 did, but we can still be a really good defense with 11 playing as one. Chris Shula has done a great job leading the way, and so long way to go, but what a blessing it was to work with that guy.
You and Shula talk about Dom's record? You ever talk about, is that what your goal is?
Oh, I don't know.
I did
about
the math
that.
this morning,
Yeah.
Sean. It's like you have to win 10 games a year on average for the next 30, and you've got Shula covered.
Oh, that sounds outstanding right there. I'll be not stressed at all. It really is unbelievable when you think about that.
crazy.
And he's so humble. He doesn't really, I got a chance to be around him a little bit before he passed, and he comes from a football family. His grandfather always poured into him. His dad was a head coach of the Bengals when he was 32 years old, and what a huge amount of wisdom that family has. And, he's one of my best friends, but he's earned this job because of what a great coach he is. And I think, if you talk to the players, the coaches, there's such a belief because of how steady and secure he is in himself, and I think he's going to do a great job for us.
You're sleeping 7 hours mostly.
Mostly.
When you're
You don't
dreaming,
believe it,
what
do
is
you?
you're so full of shit. There's no way you're sleeping 7 hours
I
a
am.
night.
I am.
Really?
All right.
I'm happy for you. I'm jealous and proud. What's the play, the moment in your last game of the season that you want back? What's the one that you dream about most?
Oh, man, I think some of those red zone sequences, wishing that we could finish against Detroit last year, but sometimes if you use that the right way, not to live in the past, but to be able to learn and apply it in the future. But there was some opportunities, some decision making. I think some of the red zone sequencing against Detroit that I think would have maybe given us a chance to advance. Maybe not punting it away, going for it on a 4th down. So you always try to apply that and hopefully not make the same mistakes. But we're excited about building this thing, and Sunday Night Football will be here before we know it.
Were you and Stan Kroenke and artists back there? Were you all politicking to get that over with week 1? Give me those Lions.
No, I think the league ended up wanting that one. And so when they said it, we're excited to be able to play in those types of settings. Anytime you get a chance to play on primetime, that means that at least the schedule makers think you got a chance to be a good team. But every year is a new year. You got to go earn it, but we're excited about that opportunity.
What's the word? Is it excited? You've said it a million. Is excited
I'm
the
always
word for
excited.
2024?
You know what I think it is? I
What?
said I'm appreciative of the building process. There is one thing over the 7 years, you get up there and you say every year's a new year, but do you really believe it? Well, when you get a chance to go through a team that finishes the job, wins a Super Bowl, and you come back the next year and you have a humbling experience where you don't do a really good job as a leader, you say, you're damn right, you better believe that. Last year, I don't think anybody thought our team would be worth the shit, and nobody believed that in our building. And even when we were 3-6, the thing I love the most about that group is they stayed steady, Kay.
Let's go.
And I love that. And so we're going to do that same thing.
Are you overlooked still, you think, going into this year?
I don't really care. I think that we've got to earn it, whatever people say. I'm glad that people care because it makes the NFL relevant, but all these opinions don't mean anything until that ball's kicked off.
You're going to win another freaking Super Bowl, aren't you?
We'll see.
Is this going to happen again?
We shall see. We shall see.
I thought this was a
one
one and done, all in year, and then we were just going to rebuild for the next 10.
No, we're ready to roll again.
Remember that story about you retiring? Where did that go?
It's gone.
It's
you know what though? It really shows you though how misguided I was, because that's a really cool thing. I like what you guys do, but I really love this coaching thing and pouring into guys, being around the players and the coaches, and so
misguided.
I do feel like I'm a young coach again, even though there's been an accumulation of 7 years on me.
I mean, do you feel responsible for Belichick not having a job because you were this little whiz kid that came in and just...
No, how does he feel for embarrassing me and scoring a whopping 3 points in the Super Bowl? So
do you think, can I tell you my idea?
Yeah.
I think Shanahan offered him that job just to piss you off. What do you think?
You really think that's funny, okay? I think Bill knows what a...
You two are
I love Kyle. There's a lot of respect, but I think he's got bigger things to worry about than pissing me off.
You seem pissed off, and you seem excited, and everybody better be afraid of the Rams this year, Sean.
There we go.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you, Kay.